There are two types of people who don't care what other people think. The first is those who have suppressed the feelings that they do have. And the second are those who have felt into and released the feelings they have. The first type of person is going to be very rigid or stoic. The second is going to feel empathetic and flexible. The first type of person is not widely liked. They are the ones who are likely to say, I don't give a shit what other people think. They can only see from their own point of view and have little empathy for others. The second type are liked a lot more. They're more likely to say, I'm sorry you feel that way. They are able to see from another's perspective. So they have self-awareness. Guess which type of person this video is for? This video is for those who want to become the second type of person. Empathetic, flexible, well-liked, but able to stand in their own power and not get swayed by others around them. If that's you, then this video is for you. The first thing to realize is this: your thoughts and feelings are yours, inside your head and inside your body. Not anywhere else, just inside you. They are yours and your responsibility. Now, how we react is based on our past traumas and conditioning. How others react is based on their past traumas and their conditioning. Did you get that? How you react is based on your past traumas and conditioning. So if they react to you, is it your fault? No. It's the result of their past traumas and conditioning. You just triggered something that was already inside of them. And if you react to them, is it their fault? No. Did they just trigger something that was already in you? They did. So, if you react to them or you react to their reaction of you, that reaction lives inside of you. It is your responsibility. You and only you have the power to change it. Now, notice that I said change and not control. Many people think we need to control these feelings, but that would be akin to suppressing them, which is what the first type of person does. And you aren't looking to be that type of person, are you? So you need to find another way. Here's something else to realize. Negative emotions are simply energy that is stuck inside the body. It's moving around inside, disrupting your body and your day, wanting to release, but not being able to. The energy was triggered or reactivated by something that happened. It was already in there, it just got woken up. It's your job to find that energy and allow it to leave. And that is exactly what we're going to do. But first, hi, I'm Hince. I've done this work and I help others do this too. In fact, I've done this work so much that I can now sense inside my body. I can release tension in my tissues and bones with direct focus. I have shifted my skull bones and grown 3/4 of an inch in my 50s because I have released so much of the emotional burden that I used to carry around with me. If I can do that much, you can do this too. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel so others can find it too. Now, there's a couple of things I'd like you to notice. First, what is it that you think the other person is thinking? What are the thoughts going through your head when you think about their reaction to you? What are you seeing in their face and their demeanor? Write them down. 2, what is the emotion you are feeling as you think these thoughts? Here's a long list of emotions to choose from. Write down the ones that resonate with how you feel when you think those thoughts. Now, based on what we talked about earlier, realize that those thoughts and emotions live inside of you. They really have nothing to do with the other person. These thoughts and emotions will be thoughts and emotions that you have experienced before. They arose because they had been triggered. So tell me, what's the first time you ever remember thinking and feeling this way? Who do these people, the ones you are concerned about judging you, who do they remind you of? What happened back then? Write that memory down. Now, we are going to use a technique that I used to work through all my emotions and traumas. Yes, it's a little weird, but it's very powerful, and it will give you the time to focus on the thoughts and emotions. And that's what they need: focused time and attention. Once the thoughts and emotions have had enough attention, they will dissolve. So what we are going to do is interrupt the normal pattern of your nervous system. The normal pattern is 1, you do something. For example, you make a mistake. 2, you see their response, maybe a facial expression. And 3, you think and feel something. For example, they think I did that on purpose, that I'm stupid, and I feel angry, resentful. You've replayed that reaction over and over, so it's formed a pattern inside of you. We want to break that pattern. So we will interrupt the pattern, interrupt the nervous system by tapping on certain meridian points that are hooked into the nervous system. So you are going to tap, not so hard that it hurts, but firm enough that you're going to create an interrupt in the nervous system so that you notice it. To do this, you need to put yourself mentally where you were concerned about their response to you. So imagine you did the thing that you feel judged for. I'll say the words, you say your own words, adding the specifics of what you did, the response you saw, and what you thought and felt. Okay, ready? The first point is the karate chop point on the side of the hand. Tap with me. I'll use the example of spilling a glass of water. I have a pattern that I want to break, and I'm ready to break this pattern. I have a pattern that I want to break, and I'm ready and willing to break this pattern. Say it another time. I have a pattern I want to break, and I'm ready and willing to break this pattern. The next point is on the top of the head, and just say what it is that you did. I spilt a whole glass of water. The next point is the beginning of the eyebrow, not on that forehead, on the beginning of the eyebrow. I spilt a whole glass of water. The next point is the bone on the edge of the eye. I spilled a whole glass of water. The next point is the bone under the eye. I spilled a whole glass of water. And this is where you should be saying what you did. On the upper lip, under the nose, I spilled a whole glass of water. On the chin, I spilled a whole glass of water. On the collarbone, I spilled a whole glass of water. One more point. Under the arm, about 4 inches under the armpit, where the bra strap goes across if you have one, I spilled a whole glass of water. Okay, take a deep breath. Let it out. Now, describe what it is you noticed in the other person or the other people, and we'll tap through those points with it. I saw him cringe. 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 Collarbone. I saw him cringe. And under the arm. I saw him cringe. Then take a deep breath. Let it out. Now say what you think they were thinking, your projection, and we'll tap through those points again. He thinks I'm stupid. He thinks I'm stupid. He thinks I'm stupid. He thinks I'm stupid. Beginning of the eyebrows. Edge of the eye. He thinks I'm stupid. Under the eye. He thinks I'm stupid. Under the nose. He thinks I'm stupid. On the chin. He thinks I'm stupid. Collarbone. He thinks I'm stupid. And under the arm. He thinks I'm stupid. Take a deep breath. Let it out. Now, say how that makes you feel, and we'll tap through the points again. I feel disrespected. I feel disrespected. Top of the head. I feel disrespected. Eyebrows. I feel disrespected. Edge of the eye. I feel disrespected. Under the eye. I feel disrespected. Under the nose. I feel disrespected. On the chin. I feel disrespected. On the collarbone. I feel disrespected. Under the arm. I feel disrespected. Take a deep breath. Let it out. Now, think about those people. Do you still care what they think as much, or has it shifted a little? If it still feels intense, go back and do that tapping again. By the way, this technique is called EFT, short for Emotional Freedom Technique, and it's also called tapping. Now, you also wrote down the memory of the first time you felt this way. I want you to take that memory and use it as the base for this video here, how to get over anything. Now, next time you are concerned about what someone else thinks, notice if it feels different. And if you are not absolutely at peace with what they think, repeat this process. It's a habit, a pattern that has been there, probably since childhood. So it may take a little while to reverse it, but it can absolutely be done with sufficient time and effort. Remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.